Hello and welcome to the first and inaugural Time Wasters podcast.
Yay!
It's
going to be a disaster.
With the boys, Sweaty Bollocks, Luke Baker.
Thank you. I do like that nickname.
Pasmon, the mental geezer.
Yeah,
just
so
general mental.
Aye.
And Poggers, he just smells like cum, doesn't he?
He is just
just a stinky fella.
I mean, I don't expect much more from you. You are a United fan, you know.
What are we doing today, boys? What are we discussing?
Don't need to meet.
I mean, it's been a great game week, hasn't it, so far? It's been some big games.
You know, United's not in it, so I'm not.
United's not in it, so it was actually fun to watch it. You know.
When are you actually in it though?
What do you mean?
This weekend.
Never mind.
Game week 2.
Can we rate Donny van der Beek compared to Willian, a geriatric using a fucking Zimmer frame? Can we just rate the players?
Hat trick of the first game day. So
you know,
we'll talk Arsenal Fulham first then.
Arsenal Fulham
3-0. 3-0. Yeah.
I could agree with that. Yeah, I could agree with that. Yeah,
you needed a goal to calm the nerves. All right, Gabriel had a good performance. Fair enough.
Good. Yeah,
played well though.
Who?
I thought Fulham were playing well at first few minutes.
No, yeah.
That first goal. As soon as that first goal went in, Fulham collapsed.
It was game over.
Yeah,
after that. Game over.
And then you just can't say it was like, oh yeah.
For the first 15, Fulham did look good. They were pressing us pretty well. Then after that first goal, it was lights out, wasn't it?
Yeah. But I mean, Abubakar over, when you've got Mitrovic on the bench, who obviously is a Prem player, he's a quality striker, and he goes with Abubakar over him. I don't agree with that.
I can't lie. I was very, very surprised Mitrovic didn't again.
Well, the reason for Mitrovic not coming because he just played with Serbia in the National League. Or whatever it's called.
We talk about slabhead players. Mitrovic is a slabhead player, and I love slabhead players. He's a good player. He's
a good player, though.
No, it just creates problems.
Yeah, Fulham have got a few players out, though, haven't they? I mean, they've got Knockout to come back, and he's a good player.
Knockout was on the bench.
Where was he last
for that game?
Was he?
Was he on the bench for that game? And he didn't come on.
Wow. So.
Again, surprised me.
Knockout came up with Brighton, didn't hack it, and now he's a bit of a journeyman in the Championship. Not going to do much for Fulham.
But he was good for them last season. Getting them promoted.
But it's too much too soon for Fulham. They shouldn't be up.
And when they came up the other year, they spent big, didn't they? They got Jean-Michel Seri, and this year they've come up and they've bought no one. That team. I think they've bought the players they had on loan last year. I think that's all they've done.
Yeah, they've also brought in Areola from Madrid on. He's a decent little keeper.
Great name for a player, Areola.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Areola.
Still be decent for the
Scotty P is going to take them to any relegation zone.
I can't see it going down. I can't see Fulham going down. I think they'll survive.
I don't think so. I've got them finishing 20th in the league this season.
Right, we're getting into the tables. We can get into
the
So while we're going through the match weeks, we'll be saying where we think they'll finish in the league.
Yeah, it's 100%. Yeah.
Well, Pop, what do you think of Arsenal then?
This is the thing. If we don't bring anyone in, no Aouar, no Party, nothing like that, we'll finish 6th. Right?
Can we get this on record as well? What are you doing if Aouar doesn't come in?
I know it's on record.
Listen. Let's not talk about that.
Oh yeah, Mr. Big Man when he's not being filmed. Fucking own up to your shit. Say what you're going to do. You're going to shave off your head.
I'm going for Kroenke's neck. I'm telling you.
He's got
yeah.
There's Kroenke's neck. What am I going for with Woodward? I'm going straight for the Cajon.
Well, that was you, wasn't it? Who threw the brick through though. So the other.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Fireworks.
Definitely.
It's just the works.
Yeah. Gotta be done.
No, since I've earlier in the winter I did think we was gonna get both Aouar and Partey. Now I don't know. It will be a 50-50 situation. But I think with the news that's coming out, I think we'll get Aouar in I think either by Liverpool or just after that. I think Aouar will come into the team. Partey could go right down to the wire.
So where you can finish then?
So without Aouar and Partey, we'll finish 6th. With Aouar, we'll get top 4th. If we get both of them in, we'll get. Let's just hear it. If we get both of them in, we could push for 3rd.
But Granit Xhaka's been playing well. So do you just boot Xhaka straight out?
No.
But who do you replace?
Tobias goes on the bench.
No, but your formation.
To be honest, yeah, I'd probably agree with that.
You've got a loan for him though. I reckon you've just got Tobias because you think you can't get one of those out of Aouar.
No, I don't think so.
But what about the formation you play? You play a 3-4-3. You need a 2 wingers type in the midfield. If you have Partey and Aouar, then you can't drop Xhaka. You said
no,
so...
but Arteta really wants to play a 4-3-3. I think we'll see glimpses of him trying it this year.
Just saying that
he does want to go to that 4-3. That's. I think Arsenal, for me, I think they will get 4th if Aubameyang can stay fit every single game, because they are, in my opinion, a one-man team. Like, I mean, today I signed his new deal today, 3 years, but I think if he stays fit, because you see, he gets goals.
The thing is, look at
I was
he's 31 years old
in that Charity Shield, and it was take Aubameyang out of that game, and we've won that.
Yeah,
are you saying Aubameyang or
Aubameyang?
I would like to Aubameyang, but I think it's Aubameyang.
Yeah,
Aubameyang who?
But yeah,
can I mention the signing of Willian for you? He's already shown why he's somewhat of a sign with
he's massive. He's massive for us. I remember talking to Luke about this a while back. He said he's going to be massive for us, not only because he's got that experience and he's a proven Prem player. He's also going to help out the youngsters as well, massively.
Would you still like him to be on the right wing instead of Pepe, or would you like him to get converted to a cam or something, if that's possible?
I don't want him starting over Pepe. No. I say a central creative player.
Willian, over his time in the Premier League, look what he's done. He's won the league a couple of times. Yeah, I think he starts over Pepe for me every single day of the week. I still think Pepe will come good this season. I don't know about this season. I think he will come good in the coming years, but
neither of them scream top 3 to me. So I don't think top 3 is on the cards, and especially when these like the top 4 that people are saying, which is City, Liverpool, Chelsea, United. I don't see where they're in.
The only way I say top 3 is if we get Aouar and Partey. That's the only way we get it.
I think they'll get 4th if Aubameyang stays fit and keeps playing at the level he's playing at. And then, if not, I think United will get that 4th spot.
And we'll finish 5th, yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Should we move on to the next game?
It's the Crystal Palace Southampton 1-0. That was the next.
Yeah.
I didn't catch that game. I catch the highlights.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good game.
The highlights were Eze for me, just Eze.
Eze looks good.
So,
who did he score?
It was QPR. So
QPR, yeah.
I don't know. You watched Championship, don't you, Connor? Is it?
Yeah. For QPR, basically everything went through him. Like they've signed a striker now, Dykes. So he's going to get some chance to go to the Championship. So, and like they've got no hope without Eze. So everything went through Eze. He was number 10 at QPR, and I think now they're playing him out on the left, which I don't think they should do. Just play him at number 10. He's going to be your best player.
From what I saw, he only came on in the 81st minute. He already beat a few players because there's that one highlight that shows he just completely drops. I think it's Walker Peters.
He's very quick with his feet, isn't he?
So he looks promising, but I think he needs to get like a start to actually properly see how good he could be in the Prem. you know.
He'll take him a while to get a full blown up first starter in it.
Speaking about Walker Peters though, the red card, I think that was the biggest point from that game.
Yeah, that wasn't a red. It was a yellow.
No chance.
It was a yellow, but the interesting part was the VAR. Obviously, he went to the screen. Was it John Moss?
Yeah. That's gonna be massive this season.
Yeah, they said they're gonna do it a lot more. I mean, it needed to be done after last season.
100%.
Standing around
season,
for half an hour.
Some of the calls that were made last season as well.
First title win, first season with the VAR. That's to be said.
I'm just
Hernandez.
I mean,
that's what I
there we go.
Yes, lad.
So when it came to the stats of the game, Southampton dominated in possession, 70.6 to 29.
Yeah, they were passing it around quite a lot, but they couldn't break them down. They couldn't break Palace down. And then when they did get an opportunity, I mean, Vincent Gaeta, there was some big saves in there. Danny Ings, there were a couple ones. Danny Ings about 3 yards out, and he just comes and pounces it straight out of the goal.
I've got Southampton to finish quite high this season. I think highly of them because of Hasenhüttl. But
I agree.
I don't
know.
I think both of them will be good this year. Palace and if Zaha stays fit, mid-table. I don't see them getting any Europe, but I don't think they'll be in a relegation battle.
I think just Royals.
I'd say in between the mid-table and it.
I have Palace 14th and I have Southampton 11th. I'm just thinking Ings is just going to have a good season again to keep him just below the top 10. But their defence looks dodgy now. They used to be solid from last season. After they lost 9-0 to Leicester. I don't know how to pronounce the manager's name. I'll probably butcher it.
Hasenhüttl.
They saw it.
He's done a good job to get him to be a good team. I feel like this defeat to Palace is not that devastating because it's Palace is.
He's made them good enough to stay in the Prem.
Palace is a defensive team.
I don't think it's just that. I think Southampton will finish 9th.
9th,
Like,
really?
Wow. I put that as well. I think Southampton 9th.
Oh,
I've got Palace 14th, Southampton 13th.
Danny Ings was amazing the back end of last season. If he he's
going to get 15 plus goals this season.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I see 15 plus again.
But they lost Højbjerg, obviously. He was their captain last year. Do you think that?
But he was shouting at Spurs, so I won't
woeful.
Wait, I thought James Ward-Prowse was the captain. Was he like a vice captain?
No, I think it's Højbjerg. It may have been
Ward-Prowse is the captain now, so even if he was a vice captain at the time, he's good at free kicks and set pieces.
Yeah.
Ward-Prowse is a set piece specialist. So I really like Ward-Prowse.
If you can, because they like to use their fullbacks and Bertrand and Walker Peters, they go forward in the game. And with Ward-Prowse's delivery, I think they'll be okay. Nothing too special, just a good season for Ings.
No way they'll get relegated.
But Ched Evans as well. He came from the Championship last season. He had a bit of a rough time, but then he got this goal against City. It was near enough halfway.
Shane Long.
Yeah.
What a player. Fastest goal in Premier League history.
Shane Long.
Fastest goal in Premier League history. Shane Long. What a guy. What about Palace then?
If they keep Zaha fit and he stays at the club, they won't get relegated. It'll just be a good mid-table.
Yeah.
Well, apparently Everton's going to put in a £40 million bidding for Zaha.
Nah. Zaha transfer rumours have been going around for 5 years now, haven't they? They've been going on forever. Even when he was in the Championship with Palace, mate.
Nah,
I don't like Zaha because of his attitude at United. He was at United and he wasn't willing to fight for his place. So if you go,
I forgot he was at United. I did forget.
I think
he was at United. And he said
he's good at that. He's their best player.
Yeah,
he can stay as their best player. I think if he moves to a top 6 side, he ends up sitting on the bench some weeks. He's rotating. I think he should stay there.
Yeah. So we can go on to the next match, which is the Liverpool Leeds game. We'll be talked about a lot, or we can go West Ham and Newcastle first. and leave the Liverpool one.
Should we leave the Liverpool game last because there was quite a bit that went in.
But we still have 4 other fixtures after these 2.
Well, West Ham, Newcastle, boring game. I think that was probably the worst game I watched this weekend. Yeah, I think West Ham. I
think West Ham goes down this season.
Yeah, I'm the same.
West Ham goes down this season. I've got them finishing 19th.
19th.
MC Moyes has got this. MC Moyes.
I have West Ham at 17th, so they're safe, but just about.
Especially right.
But all of us have them at the bottom in a relegation fight.
Especially if Rice goes to Chelsea like he's been linked to go to, they're finished if he goes.
That killed them.
The only way I see Rice leaving West Ham is if they get relegated, which I don't think they will. So I think Rice will be.
I do think they will. They've got nothing going for them.
They have
nothing.
Take Antonio out, and no one else can score a goal. No one in that team can score a goal. I think the fullback.
As we stand in the league, Seb Haller has scored 2 for West Ham. So maybe
is that tonight?
Tonight, yeah.
Oh,
who are they facing though?
To be fair, though, it is shite opposition.
Yeah,
like some champions.
But I think what we need to remember, it is the first game of the season, so it could have just been a fluke.
Yeah.
But that game there did show that they didn't have a lot of a game plan to really try and win the game.
It's not just that. West Ham, the last few years, West Ham have been poor. They've signed. I think they've made the worst signings in the league over the last few years. Your big names.
Look at Haller. He had so
Felipe Anderson. These are big players. They brought in.
Haller had
awful.
When Haller came into the league first, right? He had a lot of hype around him. He's just not done anything, has he?
Yeah,
that's
nothing.
That's happened a lot to Bundesliga strikers. Joe Linton for Newcastle, Haller.
Yeah.
And then on the other end, Callum Wilson. Newcastle.
Callum Wilson.
That is the signing you need.
He's a great player.
Given the reason that he signed for Newcastle because of the film Goal, I rewatched Goal before the game. I was like, Santiago Munez, Almiron. You got a couple there that are like, I
like Almiron.
And I've got Callum Wilson in my FPL. Got me some points. I add him on captain.
Jeff Hendrick stood out. I mean, he was okay at Burnley, but that opening game with Newcastle,
apparently United were in for him.
They look alright this season
as well.
Yeah, Newcastle. I think Newcastle have possibly had the best summer, the best transfer.
Really?
I was about to mention that he's starting as well.
I mean, we couldn't get him, but Newcastle was good.
I think it's a smart move because if he went to Liverpool, he was a second player.
Jamal Lewis.
There's no way he's starting.
Because
how old is he? Jamal Lewis.
He's about 20, 21, I think, isn't he? 22. Yeah. He's early 20s.
And if he's anything like me, he's raised watching Goal and wanted to be Santiago Munez.
The only thing that let Newcastle down, in my opinion, is that big fat head on the sideline.
I'm not Stevie Bruce.
Come on, there's no Stevie Bruce team has ever done amazing, have they? Really?
Right. Yeah. Big man changes. Best crime novelist. Right. Got the most Prem games as manager, I think, behind the obvious Arsene Wenger, Sir Alex. I mean, he's got the worst win percentage. Yes, granted.
Yeah.
But he has been at the worst teams. Hasn't got the back.
He's constantly been on the dross. I mean, he was at Sunderland for a few years, wasn't he? And they were well.
But now he's got some form together last season. He's got St. Maximin. He's got Callum Wilson. Like the pieces are coming together.
Callum Wilson, St. Maximin. John Joe played well the other day as well.
All I'm saying is I really like St. Maximin as a player. He looks really exciting.
I do.
He's fun to watch, isn't he? He's a fun player.
He's very entertaining.
It's like when Newcastle had Ben Arthur. It's like a rebirth of that, really, of skills.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the water.
You could also say Dimitri Payet with West Ham as well.
Yeah, there's someone in the water in France.
Carried him that season.
Like St. Maximin, Pogba. We've got Aouar that's been touted recently. It's like those ballers of French midfielders. Like nowadays, like Maximin.
World Cup winners, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
True.
But
Benjamin Mendy, World Cup winner.
So where did you guys put Newcastle then?
I've got Newcastle in 12th.
Oh, 12. No way.
Yeah,
12 for me.
I got 12.
Have we all gone 12?
We've all gone 12 for that.
Yeah.
Right.
No way.
They do look decent.
Easy to call this season, I think.
Yeah.
Right.
What can get relegated?
I think Newcastle fans wouldn't mind a 12th place. Obviously, they'd look higher, but with their situation with their owner and everything, 12th place, I would say it'd be a good season. I say Callum Wilson gets 10 plus goals. I say.
I go with 13.
And I think Maximin will be the start, like this. I'll say assist king. I say he'll get the most assists this year for them.
Maximin.
Yeah, Maximin.
I just think he's a flair player. He's fun to watch, Sam Maximin.
He just went down the wing.
I think Callum Wilson adds proper substance to that forward line that they didn't have last year. So
they have pace now,
the
wings and in the strike. Yeah. So should we move on to the biggest game of Saturday and the biggest scoreline?
Yeah.
So
the mighty Reds.
I'll just preface this with I fucking hate Liverpool. I hate Liverpool, but Leeds
had you on ropes, lads.
There's something else.
They had you.
Leeds, they're just scum. I will just say, but
I think we can all agree Leeds is going to do the double over United this season.
Fuck right off. I will just nip that in the bud right away. I'm just saying that would be the end of our season if we get beat by Leeds just once.
You are finished.
No, we'll
especially if you don't get the signings and Leeds does the double of you and you don't get top 4, you are finished as a club.
I think Solskjaer's gone if they don't do well.
We'll discuss about United.
I don't think he's good enough for United.
Yeah.
We'll discuss about United later when we'll have United City, Burnley, and Aston Villa. We'll talk about those games upcoming because they didn't play.
Yeah.
So with the Liverpool game, Salah, obviously the standout player. I captain him and the fantasy team.
Well, I mean, there's nothing more to be said, is there? World class, one of the world best.
Hamid Penla.
Yeah, but we earned
Penla, that's it.
All year last year, you were like, you have to be around the box to get the penalty.
No, I agree. Penalties are a part of the game, right? But if you're going off Liverpool fan standards of Penandes, right? You only scored 2 goals.
I got to agree with him.
Leeds scored 3.
Got to agree with Connor there.
No, I do. I mean, to be fair, in my opinion, the Van Dijk one, that was a definite. The second one that they disallowed, that was a goal. There was no foul in that. I also have to agree on the counter. That first pen wasn't a pen. When I first saw it, I was like, it's the most blatant pen ever. But after seeing it, it did take that deflection. I don't think it was a pen.
But boys, the Mo Salah volley, top corner.
That was class, yeah.
Ripped the net off. Absolutely ripped the net off. The Mo Salah women show. I mean, he is ace. He's so good.
Van Dijk got won by Bam. So you win.
He's very, for me, he's very disrespected.
Who?
You
know how Salah? You know the whole one season wonder thing.
Only you could say that. If Neil Liam said that, it'd be like, voted off Salah again.
So that's why I want to bring a point about Leeds is they took the game to Liverpool. They made sure that Liverpool was comfortable because they had ended up with more possession.
I thought you was going to lose that game. Not going to lie.
I don't want to sound negative because I am quite a negative Liverpool fan a lot of the time. But from my opinion, it looked like the Leeds players wanted to win that game more than we did. They were working harder pretty much everywhere on the pitch. And he made them mistakes at the back, that Van Dijk one, which is now his second mistake in about, I don't know, it's not that many games. I mean, the Arsenal
which
one
is odd.
Big one. Which is odd. It is weird. I think I don't think it's a worrying sign. I think Van Dijk is the best player, defender in the league.
It happens all the time in football, innit? Like last season when you won the league, everyone was playing fucking world class, right? He was in the honeymoon phase.
Do you really think they have the stamina to go again? Like, do you really think they have that winning mentality? Because
I do.
Now.
I
just think right now
they're on the winning mentality. I think it comes down to luck, really. I mean, our players look really cocky, really like overconfident, and you can see that from Van Dijk trying to do that flick. Just hoof it into Rose Ed, like that's all you need to do, or even head it back to Alisson. but he's trying to do the smart thing. And it almost looks like the players are like, we're too good now. They walk out on the pitch and they're like, we're going to win.
I think the fact how much points... Go on.
It can help with the confidence, but then other times it's like complacency, and you can't have complacency.
No.
Especially when you've got the win as well.
For me,
so
for what it is, I think the fact about how many points you won it last year, that's still in their heads, thinking, up the leagues. I think that's still in their heads.
Yeah.
I think it'll take him I say 1 or 2 games for Klopp to proper go, all right, it's a complete new season, they'll understand, and then they'll just go again.
I think it'll take a loss, and I think that's coming this weekend. I can see us losing to Chelsea. I mean, Timo Werner, we'll talk about him later, but
we'll talk about the Chelsea game later, why I disagree with your point there. I'll come back to that.
And do you think we'll win it?
Well, yeah. I just want to mention with our midfield, I feel like we need to have Fabinho starting. We need the way we play now, we need a proper CDM, and then just come back to them. If you have Henderson, Naby, Gini, Miller, it doesn't matter. It's just as long as Fabinho's in the middle, I don't mind the 2 combos of the midfielders.
Looking as an outsider, I think you should get rid of Wijnaldum and bring in Thiago.
No. I'm disagreeing. People want to get rid of Wijnaldum. He's been a great player for us.
It's not even that. I think if we get rid of Wijnaldum, we've weakened the squad. We've literally won the league and weakened the squad. We might be the only team in the history of the world to win the league and weaken the squad.
No, what you've done there is you've weakened to strengthen.
But I don't think that
in one area, strengthen.
I'm not being funny, right? You look, Thiago. You placed Thiago in that match the other day. Them Leeds players hounding. I mean, that press was unbelievable. I don't think Thiago.
I think Thiago was more calm on the ball there. I think Thiago calm on the ball.
I think Thiago will be better if, I don't know, say West Ham come and West Ham put 11 men behind the ball and we need to unlock the defence. Then Thiago's good there. But in a game like that, in that press, I don't think.
This is a Champions League winner that ripped PSG apart.
We need to remember Wijnaldum and Thiago are 2 completely different players. Wijnaldum is just like a box to box.
Is it too much to ask for Thiago as well? Is it too much to ask for?
With the rumours that's coming out, it looks like you're gonna have to lose Wijnaldum to get in Thiago.
Nah, Wijnaldum's thinking of signing a contract, which I really hope he does, because I would not want to lose
Wijnaldum wants to stay. According to the Dutch press, he wants to stay.
But how can I put it? So even though I love Milner to bits, I see this is his last season at Liverpool. I think he'll move on to another club.
Do you think? Oh, how old is he now?
34. I think he's 34.
I thought he'd retire at Liverpool. To be honest,
he's so old. He played in the Leeds team that got relegated in the last time they were in the Prem. What year was that? Like 2004 or something like that.
I just feel like Curtis Jones is like, because Lallana left. Curtis Jones has taken that spot now, and I feel like Milner's with experience in the Prem. It will literally help Curtis now, because Henderson's going to get old. Milner is, experienced beyond belief. I think it'll help him just go into that midfield slowly this season.
But Thiago, though. Thiago.
Yeah, I know.
Thiago. I'd take him in a heartbeat, but
it's a luxury player rather than something we really
over Wijnaldum, no. Don't fix something that's not broken.
There you go. Our creative players are the fullbacks.
I don't think we'll win the league this year, but that group of players deserve the chance to do it again.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think we can't break that up.
We've gone about Liverpool too much. So where's everyone put Liverpool this time around then?
Wins the league.
Go first.
Liverpool wins the league for me.
So we got
actually no, Arsenal does.
All right. So we got Pop. So you're saying Liverpool's winning the league, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm not saying Liverpool's winning the league.
Connor's winning the league.
Right.
Luke.
No, I'm saying I'm not saying win the league. I'm saying third.
Connor third. Okay.
Wow.
Luke.
I'm going to think they're going to hangover season.
Second. I've gone Liverpool to win the league. I'm confident they will do it again. Not by that margin. Not by that margin.
But I'm a negative Liverpool fan. This is the thing.
thing is,
It's because of the pain you've had for so long, so many years. You've bottled it.
It's going to be hard to retain
we don't even bottle it. So many years we've not been in the position to bottle it.
Nice. But I feel like...
No, I think... No, go on, Liam.
Yeah, I was just going to say, for the first 5 games, if we manage to beat Arsenal and Chelsea, then I'll be like proper, like, I'll say 95% going, yeah, we can win it. But until that Chelsea game, and if we win it, I'll take a draw against Chelsea. I would take it away from home against that Chelsea team. A point's not that bad.
It's a big game.
But I believe, I'm putting this bet in right now, Trent will score against Chelsea this weekend. He's done
the best time to play.
Is that this weekend?
Because those players haven't settled yet.
No.
All the worst when Timo Werner is desperate for his first goal.
Well,
desperate.
All right.
Right, what about
to be honest,
what about Leeds?
I've put Leeds 10th.
10th.
Yeah.
I've put them 11th. I think they will.
They're too good. They're too good not to be relegated.
Connor doesn't want.
They're not just there yet to go for Europa League.
I agree.
Connor doesn't want to answer this question.
I know. I put Leeds 14th. Fuck Bielsa ball, right? 14th. They're going to struggle. They're going to finish behind Brighton, mate. Get to fuck Bielsa. Fucking.
Well, let's get Bielsa. I personally think
I rate him.
I think he's overrated. What's he done? He's managed the Argentina national team, okay, but apart from that, he's never managed a Real Madrid, never managed football, never managed a top 6 side.
But remember, you could say that about Klopp because only Dortmund the only other big team he's managed.
Yeah, but look what he did with Dortmund.
Yeah, that doesn't mean. But Bielsa's done really good for Leeds.
But Bielsa's been around for a lot longer than Klopp has, and
yeah, I know.
He's never won a league. Not a big European league. I think he won the Argentinian league, didn't he? But
yeah, Bielsa is a mathematician of the game. He knows when fucking Wijnaldum goes to sleep, has sex with his wife, eats his dinner. He knows everything.
Yeah, flies, isn't it? Bielsa.
Yeah, he knows
everything. He's transformed Leeds.
All Bielsa needs is get his spies out again. And he's winning the league. It's simple as that.
Nah, I think people just respect him too much. He's a good manager, good experience, and he's done really well.
I'm the only one who disrespects him. Everyone bums off him. I think he's God.
No, I'm not thinking. I'm just saying, like, he's not the world's greatest or anything like that. He's just a solid manager that knows his players and can do a good job.
Yeah,
he's the level of Sean Dyche. He's the level of Sean Dyche.
Oh, don't get me started with that bloody Darwin.
Okay, now it's getting,
I fucking hate Sean Dyche.
All right.
What Sean Dyche is doing at Burnley Football Club?
He'll
leave by the end of the season, Sean Dyche.
Shall we move on to Sunday's fixtures?
Yeah.
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 So Connor, I'll probably want to take over with Leicester West Brom.
I think Leicester look decent this season, but I don't think they'll do as good as last season.
Wait, did you watch the game?
Leicester.
Yeah, I watched the game. It started off West Brom started off decent in the first half. Once the second half started, they got ripped to shreds.
I think
that Pereira guy, he looks a decent little player.
He does, and it's
They got Dean Garner as well, who are great, but I just don't think West Brom have the minerals. Don't have it.
They don't, do they? They've not bought any. I mean, they just got Branislav, haven't they, today, Ivanovic? But
oh my fucking god,
he's going to play 5.
I don't think that.
He's going to play 5-6 games this season. He'll play a few cup games, 1 or 2 Premier League starts, and that's it.
Slaven Bilic has literally gone out and got a player that looks like him. That's not a healthy decision to get a player that looks like your fucking manager.
All I'm saying is, Al Robson Carnu, right? Al Robson Carnu is going to help West Brom.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Going to help West Brom go to 19th because they're getting relegated.
I'm saying 17th. West Brom will finish 17th.
Game. Just where was he?
Yeah, I've got West Brom bottom 20th.
19th.
I think for me, West Brom just about survive.
West Brom 20th.
That's
harsh, but
I
thought. Go on.
From the players they have, it doesn't look like they're gonna really be a threat.
No.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful here. but I just don't see him doing anything special. I really don't.
They scream
Norwich.
They do, don't they? They scream They scream Norwich without Pookie, so they're literally even worse. They're going.
They haven't even got players like Cantwell or Godfrey or Matt Clarence.
Yeah.
When you look at the only proper decent player West Brom do have is Pereira, and that's it.
Okay. Kieran Gibbs.
Yeah, but even then, Pereira, can he do what he did last year in the Prem?
I don't know.
I mean, he did look good last year, but it's a big step up. Do you know who did surprise me in this game though? Moving on to Leicester, Castagna.
I was going to say, yeah.
What a signing! Decent. I mean, goal and an assist.
He's a better signing than Chilwell, and he's a replacement for Chilwell, so it's quite. It's like Howard.
Well, he's on the right, though, isn't he?
For me, Chilwell is the most overrated fullback in the league.
Damn.
I don't rate him at all. He's terrible.
He is a quality player, Ben Chilwell. I think he's England's best left back.
Yeah, well, he's just.
The only reason he went for 50 million was because he's English.
Yeah, that's the only reason. Why United?
He is a good player, Ben Chilwell. He is a good player.
I gotta give a special mention to Ndidi. He's playing a centre back, which
he's class.
He did a good job.
Yeah, actually, moving back to centre back. That was what I thought may have been a problem going into the game, but no. But I mean,
I think like replacement for Matic, like Ndidi, he's just like
Matic who can run.
Yeah. Matic doesn't look like a sloth.
So obviously we'll address the elephant in the room. Jamie Vardy, again, there's nothing more to say.
He'll push for the goal. I don't think he'll win it.
Premier League club. Can we start the legend?
He wins it this year.
Can we start the legend debate out? He's a Premier League legend, isn't he, Jamie Vardy?
A Leicester legend.
Premier League legend.
He's a Leicester legend. I don't know if he's a Prem legend.
If he gets Golden Boot again this year, I'll be like,
I agree with that.
If he gets a Golden Boot
but
again,
I don't think he will.
Proper Prem legend. He will be a legend for like the Premier League. I don't remember him, but people like, do you remember he's such a good player? If he wins it again this year, that's when I think
he's not Big Al.
Will start.
He's not Big Al, but he is. He's a quality player, and I think he's one of the best strikers we've had in the Premier League in the last 5-6 years.
Yeah,
he had an iconic goal against Liverpool.
So. Yeah, I mean that was that volley. What about his goal? Record breaker.
He's a personal legend because he gets through games by drinking Red Bulls. So I mean, do you know any other players that can score 100 Premier League goals? Just Red Bull and fucking a chocolate bar. That's literally his fucking diet in games. But I've still got Leicester.
2 goals already. He's back.
So where does everyone have Leicester then?
I've got Leicester 6th.
I've got 8th.
8th.
No, sorry, 7th. I've got them
7th, 8th. Connor?
10th.
Wow, I've got 9th. So we've all gone for a quite just outside.
Yeah, I've got
Europa. You got 8th. An inside Europa.
I've got Europa. What did you say, Connor?
10th.
10th. Yeah, I went 7th. Got Europa League.
I think they just finish out Europa League.
Don't think they got the minerals.
Well, I mean, I know jumping the gun here, but Spurs looked awful. I think Leicester are going to finish above them and get that Europa League. I think.
Nah, Jose Mourinho, he always scraps something.
No.
Like I don't respect.
Not with this side. Not with this side. No chance.
It is poor, isn't it? It's poor. It's the same Spurs side for 5 years. This is the thing.
Who's the same players? They bought
Alderweireld, Hugo Lloris. They're all there. They've been there for like 5 years and they've won nothing.
All they've bought this season is fucking Joe Hart on a free. And who else did they get?
Doherty and Højbjerg.
Doherty should have never left the Wolves.
I rate Højbjerg last year.
I rated Doherty, but he wasn't good in that game. He was just like, could not.
That's the same for me with Højbjerg.
He was so tired in that game.
And that's why he should have never left Wolves.
We've got to remember, with Nuno's tactics, playing the 3, at the back, he's on a right wing back, so he's getting up the pitch a lot more than playing in a 4. It's completely different.
Completely different.
It'll take time to adapt to
The
what.
exact
I
same.
think he's a quality enough player to adapt.
It's the exact same with Ainsley Maitland now with Arsenal. Perfect in a white wing back, but when he's in a 4 playing right back, he's poor.
Is it though?
Connor,
it's Doherty on one hand. There's Maitland-Niles on the other.
I'm not comparing the two. I'm just saying when you were talking about right wing back, and it's completely different to playing at right back.
Well, it's Marcus Alonso, the big one, isn't it? Marcus Alonso was amazing the year they won the league at left wing back, and now playing left back, he's bang average.
Shocking.
Yeah.
Plus, he's a murderer as well. Isn't
Do we? Well, that's not against about. Anyway, so speaking of Spurs, we'll transition into the Spurs-Everton game, which Everton won 1-0.
Yeah.
Spurs
looked flat.
Spurs looked dreadful.
Flat.
That was the worst
as a
Spurs
baby's
performance
bottom.
I think I've seen in a very long time.
They were so negative in their play.
As a baby's bottom.
They never went forward. All the passes went backwards every time.
How do you know that flat top? Fuck me.
But the Everton goal,
Come to watch that one.
No. Wow. All right.
All I'm saying is the Everton goal was
What
really
header.
good.
No, it was Luka, didn't it?
Yeah, he got the assist. Yeah.
I've always rated him. I really do like.
Yeah, Luka Digne. I mean, he can cross the ball.
Yeah,
we've seen that over the last couple of years. He can cross the ball.
I tell you what it was. It was Swaztekers. Swaztekers straight on the box of Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah.
But it's like James Rodriguez though. He's fucking class. Like,
when are we going to start the debate that he's better than Firmino?
Who?
Calvert-Lewin?
when you actually believe that yourself. It's like, what?
Are you high?
No, I'm messing about.
Oh, you're messing. Because I don't know if you're messing.
Yeah. I'm messing.
Never put them in the same bracket.
He's a decent player, but
Calvert-Lewin's a good player. He's got potential to be something great, but don't put him in the same bracket as Firmino again, please. Just don't.
I think he'd be really good at someone like Aston Villa, but if Everton wanna, I mean, they always talk about, you know, they're going to be the big team, you know, they're going to get Europe, but if they have to get Europe, they have to get rid of someone like Dominic.
I've got him finish him in sixth this year.
I got sixth.
You got him Europa League?
I got 7th.
Mm-hmm.
I got 10.
I got 6.
Mate, you're the better Liverpool fan here.
It's the Toffees, though. They're not. Come on. Every year, I mean, I'm biased, but every year they have a transfer window and they're like, hey, this is it now. We're going to get in Europe.
No, but there's something about that midfield. Like, that midfield this year is going to...
It's probably going to...
Ducouré and Allen are big signings and they've been big players.
Allen in that game, he was brilliant.
He looked like, to me, it was Idrissa Gana Gueye of a few years ago when he was at Everton. It was just the return of Gueye.
He looks like he's been playing in the Prem for years and years.
James Rodriguez, though, I mean, come on.
He does ooze.
He's a baller.
He's not even.
He looked good. Yeah.
It's just him and Ancelotti, innit? Everywhere they go.
I'm going to say it's like Bruno with United, with James Rodriguez and Everton.
Here we go.
It's that sort of player. I will just say this.
Good.
Everton are better than Arsenal right now. As things stand.
I don't think so. I think you look at that Everton team and what are they missing? I mean, you say James Rodriguez, but as a star player, James Rodriguez is nowhere near Aubameyang. Aubameyang is like another level.
Just wait until he's fit.
Yeah, I agree. I think he will be a good player. Great. I mean, for them, he'll be a great player. But
he won't be world class.
Yeah.
You got Ancelotti.
He's one of the best strikers in world football.
You're not telling me you'd rather have James Rodriguez on the left or Aubameyang? Like, come on. Like,
I'd take James Rodriguez.
Connor.
He's a winger.
No.
But do you think of class from James Rodriguez?
They're two different type of players.
He played
Look at the class. Aubameyang since Aubameyang has joined the Premier League, no one's has scored more goals than him. It's a stat. No one has.
Nah,
It's a stat.
It's
You can't argue with stats. It's a stat.
just that.
It's a stat, mate.
To be fair, James Rodriguez has played one game in that time, but I agree. I think Aubameyang is significant.
I see Everton. The thing is, I see Everton not winning us. All right, Everton ain't winning us. But
T-Rex hands in goal and Michael Keane, they're not.
That's the point I'm trying to allude to. Is Everton's defense. So Coleman and Digne, that's fine. Mina,
I think Coleman's past it. He's still a good player.
Still solid.
He's a good player, but he's past his best.
My point
5 years ago, he was top right back in the league.
My point is that they'll play for Ancelotti. They won't So Arteta getting Arsenal to play there, that's fair enough. But Ancelotti, he's been there, done it.
Champions League winner.
You know,
you can't lace up Arteta's boots, though, can he? Too good. I'm joking.
That's the thing. I see that Everton, they're finally going to be back in Europe. It's because Ancelotti. He's too good of a manager not to have
he's just one of them managers who just wins.
Because that midfield 3 or 4 even they play. I thought it'd be a 3, for Allen, Doucouré, James, but it's a 4. The Doucouré, Allen, when I saw them play, they clicked instantly, which I thought they wouldn't have. But
I think they're gonna. I think they will set up as a 4-2-3-1.
Well,
I think Calvert-Lewin needs someone. I think they're better when it's a 4-4-2 and it's Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison up front.
Oh, so the formation they played, according to this, is a 4-3-3. So it was Alan Doucouré and Gomez, which that's fine because you have a box-to-box. You have
on his own sometimes. I mean, last season Everton's best football came, in my opinion, was when it was Richarlison and Calvert-Lewin up top as a 2.
Yeah,
I like Richarlison.
He's a good player.
Yeah, Richarlison's plays as a left mid. Sorry.
They swapped, didn't they? James Rodriguez was on the right at first, and then later in the game, James went out to the left, and Richarlison went over to the right.
Yeah,
but then they swapped. Did they swap again, or did he just stay like that then?
No, they just stayed like that, I think.
Oh, all right. So,
it's just fitting together that's the hardest part for Everton now.
So we got. Sorry to interrupt you, Connor.
Go on.
No, you finish your point. You finish your point because I'm gonna I'm moving on to the next thing. So you finish your point.
Who we got to fit? Where do we think Spurs is going to finish? I've got 9th.
I was going to allude to that. 8th.
8th.
9th.
Where are you saying?
What?
5th for Spurs.
5th. Jesus.
You're joking.
Did you watch that game?
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's the first game, but
watch all or nothing. Tottenham Hotspur. Jose Mourinho. I didn't like him at United because of the football, but he'll do something for Spurs at least.
Nice guys don't win football. You have to be mean.
That
was my Jose Mourinho.
There is no way he gets it.
And I think Spurs this year, they're going to be cunts.
Tottenham's attack is top 4 level in Harry Kane, Son, Mora, Bergwijn, whichever one you would combo you do there. But then you go to the defence and it's just not that anymore, is it? Eric Dyer and Alderweireld, they're really slow.
But I mean, how old is Alderweireld now? He must be about 32, 33.
He's in his 30s.
And Eric Dyer's not a centre-back. He's not a centre-back. We've seen that. We've seen that.
Alderweireld is 31 years old.
31.
Because Richarlison turned him inside out with that.
And end of his career, though.
He just passed him. Because the thing with Eric Dyer is, when Calvert-Lewin scored, Eric Dyer literally just got bullied in the air when Calvert-Lewin scored.
Bullied. He's not a centre-back. Never was, never will be.
No.
Wait, who's taller, Calvert-Lewin or Eric Dyer? I'm pretty sure Calvert-Lewin's taller, right?
Yeah.
Might be.
I mean, look at the goal.
I know. I'm just saying.
Man-bob.
I can't remember who commentated that game, but the comments went, even though Eric Dyer is taller than Calvert-Lewin, he should have beaten him. I was like, what?
Barry Neville won it and Martin Tyler. Can we just talk about Martin Tyler for a second? 75 today.
I don't care. I don't care about him. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
I love Martin Tyler.
Right. He seems to be biased against Liverpool, but he has been commentating on English football since like the mid 1980s, and what a guy.
All right, the one thing is
biased against Liverpool. Yeah, sure.
The one thing is, all right, he's a brilliant commentator. I'm not going to deny that, but the thing with that Martial goal and that Benteke overhead kick, that will always haunt me.
Oh, that is one of the most iconic calls.
Yeah, so he goes.
That was iconic.
Benteke overhead kick. Wow, what a goal, Benteke.
Context, Paz.
What do you mean
context?
Benteke's got an overhead kick, you muppet. What do you mean context?
No, context here. That was the winning goal, or at least a goal
to put us in the lead. 2-1 already.
Yeah, exactly. It was the winning goal, right?
Oh, and welcome to the Premier League, Anthony Martial.
When you're 3-0 down.
Right, kick. Come on,
mate.
You get 1-2 overhead kicks in a whole Premier League season.
And that was an amazing overhead kick.
Yeah, but it was a consolation goal. You can't lose your shit over a consolation.
He made it 2-1, so there's a chance for us.
I can't even. That's enough of Martin Tyler.
I'm saying one more thing. All Martial did was mug off Skirtle and pass Mingley. All right, it's not really an achievement.
Yeah, Martin Skirtle. Probably our worst centre-back in the last.
Mate. What's Guates, the Uruguayan? Guates, the Uruguayan, or the
Guates.
Yeah. Stephen Corker.
Yeah, but I mean a starting centre back.
All right, I've gone on. We've rambled on. So let's go Sheffield Wolves.
Wolves, right?
Wolves.
Raul Jimenez.
Hey, Wolverhampton Wanderers. What a team. Yeah.
Raul.
We've all got him fancy, haven't we?
I was torn between him or Ings, and I went Ings.
Raul Jimenez for me.
I got McDuff. But
all this guy does is score goals.
I enjoyed that game because that was end-to-end stuff.
It was a good game, wasn't it?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
It was a good game in the first 5 minutes.
But Sheffield.
Sweeney.
Sheffield.
They're going to get found out.
They overperformed. They've lost Dean Henderson. So, I mean, the team's pretty much weaker. And, let's be honest, I don't see them doing anywhere near as good as that again this year.
I think they'll finish 11th this season.
I went 13th.
I've got them like 15th or something like that.
13th.
I've got them 16th.
14th.
11th for me.
All I'm saying is, Ethan Ampadu, they need to play
him. They've got a goal scorer.
Yeah, I've gotten him into my fantasy.
Ampadu needs to start for Sheffield.
The only thing is, though, Liam, he's Welsh, so instantly he's shit.
Mate, he's good. He's on loan at Chelsea. All right, fair enough, but he's a good player. Ampadu's a good player. All right, he can play CDM. He can play centre back. All right, he's versatile. He's a good player.
I was there with Ampadu and I was like, he's on loan at RB Leipzig. I was like, I'll give RB Leipzig a watch then. On the bench.
Well, yeah,
then RB Leipzig again.
He's the same age as us, I think. Yeah, or might be younger. Well, younger than me. Same age as you and Connor. Might be same age as me. But 1 year.
Yeah, but if I was Ethan Ampadu, right, just come from Chelsea, I'd be smashing in the goals from CDM. Don't give a shit. I'll be playing for RB Leipzig. It's easy. Easy job to play defensive for RB Leipzig. You got Upamecano right beside you.
Yeah, easy job defensive.
Yeah, but you have
RB Leipzig have about 1 million players in midfield. You're going to be on the ball 9 times out of 10, and they've got Upamecano behind you. You don't even need. If you can make
Upamecano's class.
Nah, mate, don't sleep on Ampadu.
We was in for him, but apparently Arteta wanted
he's a good signing for Sheffield. I think he'll do well there, but especially the way they play with the 3 at the back, and they get forward quite a lot. Them 2 wide of the 3, the wide centre backs, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
but they still lack a goal scorer. I think really sharp. He's a cool player for them. They love him, but he's not a Premier League player. He's not a Premier League striker, and.
Ollie McBurney as well, but just
Ollie McBurney
fucking legs. Just don't do it for me.
He's not.
Do you know what? Wilson would have been class for Sheffield.
Yeah. Apparently they're in for Ryan Brewster though, alone.
That'd be fun.
Chris Wilder has said he wants a new striker.
That'd be
because Ollie Ollie McBurney.
Isn't Liverpool not willing to sell it? Go on, Connor.
Ollie McBurney's just Lukaku on crack and like sharp, a little midget man trying to get all the headers. It's just not going to work. Can't work with them two up front. Just don't complement each other.
They don't. The best chance of scoring is still Lundstrom, like Lundstrom, I should say.
And apparently he's looking for a move. Like,
is he?
Like people with like theories saying that he didn't go in for tackles, he weren't doing this and that because he wants to move to Rangers or somewhere else. That's weird one.
Fair do.
Can't help Rangers out, but yeah.
So Wolves, not a lot to say other than they're a really solid team, and they'll do good again this year.
7th.
6th place this year for them.
I got them 6th.
I got them 8th.
Got 7th.
Yeah, 6th.
I just think with like losing the players that they have, like I know like Marcel was good for him. I do rate him, but like Doherty's like a major part of them.
Now, but Traore's taking that role now, which is
didn't work. That didn't work. I don't think they'll do that.
Who did
they bring
on? In other games, they get found out.
They brought on someone at right back. I don't know. Someone checked. There was like someone I hadn't heard of before, but he looks better at that right wing back.
Was it Ruben Vinagre?
No, it wasn't Vinagre.
Was it Marcel?
I'll double check.
Let's give it a check.
The only other defender on their bench was Oscar Burke.
Yeah, I think it was Burke.
What was it him? I was like half watching the game, but when I saw it, it was quite end to end.
Yeah, well, I mean, I rate like Podence as well. I think Podence is a good player, but I do think Adama Traore is a much better in up front. Get him linking up with Jimenez, and that'll win you most games.
Thing is,
it'll win you a game.
I mean, they were looking up pretty well last season.
Huh?
I mean, no, Traore and Jimenez, they were looking up.
Connor Cody as well. I mean, he's so good. He's class.
England international now.
I feel like Wolves will be dark horse this year. They have a chance to get top 4. I wouldn't be surprised if they got top 4. I'd be like, you know what, fair dude. They have the potential to do it.
Depending on how United play, yeah. If United were poor the first few weeks, then possibly, but I can't see them getting over United or Arsenal.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Just I feel like they have. If Arsenal United slip up, then Wolves are like a team to like take.
Well, this is the thing as well. You've got to take into consideration Wolves are playing Europa League again this year, so that it does damage your Premier League season with the amount of games extra you have to play.
Aye, but then again, United have Champions League this year.
Yeah,
so
Wolves have a big squad. I think Wolves should be
Wednesday nights.
Yeah,
Tuesday nights.
All right, so
I'm a big call now. I think Arsenal bleed.
So
I think we've learned after Olympiacos and we've learned after the Chelsea final. I think we'll win down Arteta.
I think Spurs will win it.
No chance.
I'm backing Spurs a lot. I don't really like them.
Where's this coming from?
Because it's Mourinho.
I watched the doc. They're like, Jose, he's still not lost it. He's got the players.
He is.
Like, they've got good players. That's
not good players. Yeah, I really rate Stevie Bergwijn. Stevie Wonder, as I call him. Yeah,
I rate the only two players I do rate from Spurs are Son and Bergwijn.
And those two players, they're going to win your game single-handedly.
Yeah. And Moira's good as well.
I get what you're trying to say, Connor, but I just think Mourinho's done at the top level.
I see.
I think it's the squad, though, isn't it? I think Mourinho got it, but that squad isn't.
You look at
that's probably the worst squad Mourinho's had in a long time.
I still think that Phil Jones, Chris Smalling partnership.
Well,
was the worst.
They still have to qualify the Europa League.
Shall we move on to the last game of the match day 1? Then we can discuss the other 4 teams that would be playing this weekend quickly. Then we'll finish off.
Brian took their chance. Yeah.
We'll finish off with always going through our Premier League predictions. Table, just go quick run through. Yeah? They're okay with that?
Yeah.
Yeah? Who wants to take away with the Chelsea game?
Brian takes their chances. Chelsea lose that game. it was Brighton. It's
James
poor.
Charles. Fucking hell! I could body that cunt till next week. If they think that Ben White and Lewis Dunk is as hard as it gets, go to Burnley on a cold Tuesday night. Fuck me.
Against
Tarkowski, who's like this wide, like you can't even see, but he's massive.
You calling Maguire a fridge? Maguire being a fridge against Havertz, that's going to be a game.
I'll tell you that I get why people are excited. He's still young.
Yeah,
he's still good. I'm good, but I just don't think he will. I just don't see it. I think he's going to get absolutely ripped apart.
I think Mason Mount was considerably better, but even like I said in our group chat, Sully March was better than Havertz and Mason Mount yesterday, I thought.
Yeah.
What was Brighton's fullback? What's his name?
Tariq Lamptey. Tariq Lamptey love show. I love him. I love him so much. He's such a good player. I want him around.
He's so short.
Mate,
do you know,
it's like he's 4'3".
Thing are unbelievable.
Do you know Wan-Bissaka was trending that night because United fans were like, "Why have we got Wan-Bissaka when we could have Lamptey?"
Yes, the guy is a baller. Like he's so good.
He's a baller.
He's so good.
Speaking of the Brighton, Brighton, I mean, a lot of times they could either just go through Chelsea's defense and midfield, just passing.
Yeah.
They proper just opened them up even. And I felt bad for Lallana because he really did something else to that midfield.
I know, yeah. I had him in my fantasy and he went off injured. It was gutting, really.
That's the thing about Chelsea. Their attack is solid, but that defense.
Well, Chelsea won that game just purely on the talent that they have. They've got more talent on the pitch than.
Well, to be fair, when you look at who scored, Jorginho a penalty, Reece James won the strike, and then a Kurt Zouma deflected goal.
Yeah.
None of the goals were,
I mean, you can make a case for the first.
They didn't break them apart, did they? They didn't slice through the defence.
No,
but for that first goal, Werner won the penalty.
Yeah, but it was a mistake, wasn't it?
It was a mistake that led to it, and it was just any good striker with pace would just go for that.
Yeah, I did think Timo Werner looked good. To be fair, he made really good runs. I think Havertz was a bit missing, but he just looked a little bit lost. I think he'll find his feet.
Yeah. It's a tough game to go away to Brighton. It's not easy.
I think it's just the Premier League in general. It's tough. It's a tough league.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's a tough league.
He's a poor man's Ozil.
I want to bring back a point earlier with you, Luke, is because you said you think Chelsea will win us, yeah? Or we'll.
Yeah.
So my point is, when I saw the Brighton game, I'm like, the way Liverpool play fast passing and runs like that, I think if Chelsea play like they did against Brighton, we'll have them just easily.
Well, I think if Chelsea play like they did against Brighton, I think the game is going to be like the Leeds one. It's going to be so end to end, but. I agree with you. I think we'll score. I think we will get a goal at least one. But I also think we're not keeping a clean sheet in that game. There is no way we're keeping out that team.
We're not keeping a clean sheet.
They've got too much firepower.
And the way we play, the high line we have at the back, just a ball over the top. All it needs, I mean, that'll happen at least twice in that game. While the midfielder, someone like Jorginho, will get his head up, but think it over. Timo Werner will be in behind, and they'll be one-on-one.
But then again,
I think they will.
Last season in Champions League, Bayern played a very, very high line, and look what they did to Chelsea. Absolutely.
Yeah. It's just if our defense is on foot, if Van Dijk
Chelsea with no Timo Werner.
If our defense is solid, then Chelsea's gonna have a hard time to proper penetrate.
I do think Liverpool will win the game, but it will be very end to end.
Yeah.
I think it's 4-1 Liverpool, mate.
I'm thinking more like a 4-2, 4-1 scoreline to Liverpool.
I'll say it's 3-1 Liverpool.
I'll say 3-2 Chelsea.
But
now, you know what? 2-2. I'll say we'll get a point. We'll get a point at the bridge.
Basically, whoever's a bet.
Is it?
People are betting. Are you a betting man, Pov, Connor, Luke? You?
Yeah, I am.
You like to bet?
I don't.
All right, fair enough. Put a bet this weekend, if anyone's watching, even. Trent Alexander to score against Chelsea. He's done it twice now. Free kick. He's going to score another free kick or a long shot because Kepa he cannot save long shots.
Is
Every
it sure?
shot he's had, Keita, Trossard, Trent, he
can't save anything.
Any shot outside the box, he struggles.
Did you watch the Monday Night Football last night? The analysis.
Aye.
I think Matty Ryan was the only goalkeeper, obviously the Brighton keeper, to concede more long shots.
Yeah.
It was poor. I mean, Kepa is poor though, isn't he? They do need a better keeper.
He doesn't have. He's lost his confidence.
But he was so good. He was so good at Bilbao.
Aye.
Just feel like the midfielders are just going to take pot shots and just take the piss. Just going to get like 3 unanswered goals, and that'll be it.
Fabinho top corner incoming.
So this is the thing. Am I overhyping Chelsea here? I have Chelsea down for winning the league. I think that.
Wow.
Yeah,
I have third.
I think they're going to do it. I think Lampard's job literally depends on it. If he doesn't win the league, I think he's sacked because we've seen Abramovich over the years. If they don't win the league, they're gone. Especially with the amount of money he spent. But Timo Werner, he will get like 20 goals, 25 goals. I think.
But that's the thing with Roman. He didn't really spend that much money because if you think about it, this older had.
Oh, don't stop.
Yeah, but they still spent the money. They had the money, but they still spent the money. So,
Pov, they literally bought Havertz for the same price they sold Hazard. So that's just
they did sell Morata for 50 mil as well.
Did they?
And they have had and they have had 2 seasons of no transfer window, so they've not been spending, have they, at all?
Hold on, did he actually sell Morata for 50 mil?
Yeah.
50 million. And Hazard went for. And apparently Hazard went for 143.
How the fuck?
I don't think it was that much.
Hazard
was a lot. Hazard was 100 mil, I think, but he wasn't 100.
Oh, wow.
Anywhere between 130, 140.
I've been proven there. Fair do.
Well, that's what you get when you actually have a club that actually backs its manager. I've got Chelsea second. I think they'll do well. Like, you can't not do well with Havertz, Werner. Like Ziyech yet to play. Yeah,
Ziyech and Thiago Silva yet to play. I mean, that adds experience and an actual centre half that isn't Rudiger. I mean, I rate Rudiger, but he is very rare.
€160 million.
Yeah. Chelsea's third for me,
and that's 147 million pounds.
Wow. Well,
so 200 million pounds.
But regardless of where they got the money from, they've spent big. They've got a good team now. I mean, a very good team. And I think they will win a lot of games, probably most of the games. And I seriously can see them winning the league.
Fair enough.
No chance. Not with that. Not with that back line.
Not yet.
With Thiago Silva, and if they buy, who's the keeper they're on about? Is it Lille or Les? The French one.
The guy from France. Yeah.
If they get in,
no, still don't think so. Still not good enough.
What I feel like might happen.
You forget about Thiago Silva's age.
Yeah, but they've got Thiago Silva, but it's a cool head. It's a defensive head. He knows what he's doing, and Ben Chilwell at left back as well. I think he's gonna. I think he'll get ripped apart this season. Honestly. No, Reece James as well at right back. I think the only other problem is their other centre back.
Overrated. I think he's overrated.
Just put Aspilicueta back in centre back and he's sorted.
Well, yeah, they've got Aspilicueta.
You get Thiago Silva and Aspilicueta as your
done.
They get done for pace, but I'd have. I mean, I'd even say
on the bench. I'd even say Mustafi. I'd say Mustafi and Socrates are better than both of them.
Oh my god!
You're going too far.
You have actually gone too far.
I would. No joke though. I would prefer to play Smalling and Maguire.
Nah, I'm sorry.
I wouldn't play them, but I'd play Rudiger and either Aspilicueta or Thiago Silva.
I can see what Connor's trying to say there.
Because Kurt Zouma is so sloppy.
I agree. Kurt Zouma. I mean, his best season was when he was at Stoke, wasn't it, on loan a few years ago.
Fat Frank just wants to play him all the time. It's why he's literally just so sluggish and just.
But I mean, look at the midfield. Look at N'Golo Kante and Jorginho. I mean,
I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be. I don't think Jorginho's going to get played that much.
What? Jorginho controls the game for them.
No, it'll be Kovacic and Kante.
No.
Yeah.
No way.
The way Lampard plays, Jorginho is in his plans to like.
Jorginho controls the game, gets the ball, spreads it about.
So we'll close off the Brighton game. We forgot to say where we think Brighton would finish. I've got
relegation.
Brighton will win it.
You said Brighton relegated.
Brighton going down.
Really?
I got them 13th.
13th.
Well, in a way, I kind of agree with you, Paul, because I mean, I've got them 16th, but I think they'll be in a relegation fight.
Oh, yeah,
again, for the same thing at Sheffield, they've got no strikers. Neil Mopay, come on.
Yeah, I've gone 15th.
He's not getting your goals.
Just bring back Glenn Murray.
Yeah. So now we have is it Villa United or is it Burnley United playing each other?
No, you've got Palace next time.
Oh no, but like
Palace.
Oh no, but who were they? So who are they supposed to play?
It would have to be United, Burnley, and
Burnley. That's it. Yeah.
Burnley.
City, Villa.
Okay, so I've put Villa as 18th, so they're getting the draw, and I've put Burnley 16th.
Do you know what? I've got Villa 12th.
I've got Villa 15th. I think, did you see Jack Grealish signing today? 5 years.
Contract, yeah.
His party's in that club.
I've got Villa 11th.
Really?
He was
Jack Grealish keeps you in the Premier League on his own. I'm sorry. I mean, he literally did last year.
Well, look what happened last year.
He is
avoided
Aubameyang.
Yeah, but again, Jack Grealish keeps you in the Premier League.
He is the Aubameyang of Aston Villa.
And in my opinion, I think the teams that have come up this year are worse than the teams that came up last year. I mean, Leeds are good, but West Brom and Fulham.
They're not ready. That's the only thing. They came up too early. I think Brentford should have come up because then they would have had Ollie Watkins.
I wanted them.
And Ben Rama and players like that.
Yeah.
Ollie Watkins will get you goals. Watch. He will bang you a few.
I feel like Villa just don't have enough to proper have a good.
It's when you say Aston Villa to get relegated, I've got Burnley to get relegated, 18th.
I have. Yeah, I've got Burnley relegated.
Really? I got Burnley 16th.
Sean Dyche
sold Hendrick.
Yeah, I've got Burnley 16th as well.
Have you seen their transfers? They've sold Hendrick, got rid of Joe Hart, Aaron Lennon's gone. They're going. They've got rid of all these players, but they've literally signed no one. I think they've got one player from Wolves on loan, a goalkeeper. Yeah, I think that's literally all they've done.
They'll go out fighting, but they'll go out.
The thing I see is Nick Pope will save him. Nick Pope will save him, and they have a solid defense, and they have a manager that just knows how to stay.
It's Sean Dyche football, isn't it?
Sean Dyche football.
He knows how to win Premier League games. To be fair,
Probably think half to want them to be relegated.
But he's been doing it for too long now. Sean Dyche, I mean, he's got to go down at some point.
He's kept his
season in the Premier League. How many years have you been on the bounce now? Is it like 4 or 5? But every year it's like they have one of the worst squads in the league, and you think they're going to go down, and they stay up somehow. Sean Dyche football. But this year they've lost even more players. I can't see it. I can't see it.
They're the only defensive side to last. Like all the others have been relegated. It's just Burnley. Like even Brighton are playing nice football now.
Yeah, Graham Potter plays some good football. He did it last year as well. That Brighton team is playing some football.
Alright, so we'll go on United next. So I've got them in 5th.
4th.
Same here. Same. So you've changed it.
Well, I've got them for me. Arsenal and United are 4th, 5th.
Yeah.
I think it depends on Aubameyang for me. If Aubameyang
I think he's
doing there.
I think he's going to rip apart the league again this season.
Connor looks disgusted.
If we sign Sancho,
also on the counterpart, it depends if Bruno does. If Bruno does what he did for the last half of last year, then United maybe. I can't see between United or Arsenal who's going to get that 4th spot. I really can't.
Luke, Connor. You say you're going to sign Sancho, but it's looking dead.
I'm not saying we're going to sign Sancho. I'm saying if you sign Sancho, it's like you're not going to sign Partey and Aouar. You're just in disbelief. It's not going to happen.
Oh, right.
You have to shave your bonds in a bit, so you need to calm down.
Look, see
So,
our issue.
What are you gonna do?
I know,
if they do sign, if one of them do sign, what are you
being in fourth?
No,
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to sign Sancho. But if we did sign Sancho and we sign Reguilon, I'm saying third again.
A good player, Reguilon.
Fair enough.
But I'm saying fourth. I'm saying fourth. Just solid top four, and we'll be solid top four because I think it'll be a gap between us and Spurs and Everton and Arsenal.
Connor, can I ask you a question about your goalkeeper?
I think fifth,
Connor,
and
what
then
did you
sixth
say?
will be a gap.
Season.
You know your keeper situation.
Right.
Do you know? Nice.
I
Over De Gea.
Dean
I
Henderson.
agree. It's got to be Dino. Dino's got to go in.
He's in
De
there.
Gea's past it for
So
me.
he has to play. De Gea makes you
past it.
and you've got to just act quick.
Yeah, Roy Keane will be fighting him.
Exactly. It'll be scrapping the Sky Sports studio just over the goalkeeper.
I'd pay to see that.
The only thing is, though,
I'd also pay to see Pogba fighting Souness.
Yeah, true. I mean, if Pogba gets injured and we're on like a straight run to fourth and we just miss out, Souness will still blame Pogba. So whatever we do, it'll be Pogba's fault. So it's all on Pogba, really. If Pogba performs,
To be fair, Souness was 200 million times the better player than Paul Pogba is.
Oh no, not this debate.
It's not a debate.
All right, moving on. Where does everyone have Man City, then?
Can I just go back? Connor, what do you genuinely think? What do you think the best part of your team's going to be this year?
Midfield. All the way. Yeah.
Not the front three.
You're going to have Matic controlling everything just at the back. It's going to be like a Jorginho sort of character. Just everything goes through him. And you've got Pogba pulling the strings from deep. He's going to go them deep passes to like Rashford and to Greenwood or even Sancho on the other side. And Bruno. Need I say with Bruno, the absolute god that is Bruno. Oh my God. He's a sexy, sexy man. He just is. And he's going to win us plenty of penalties. He's going to score plenty of penalties. And shush. Yeah. I
think if you do get a Reguilon, I think that'll be good. That'll be a good signing for you.
Yeah, but it's not the area we need. We need Sancho. We need
left back. Do you need Sancho? Like, seriously?
Yeah. Name a right winger that we have at United.
Greenwood and Martial and Rashford.
Greenwood, Martial, Rashford.
Greenwood was playing well.
Rashford,
in my opinion.
Greenwood is a striker. James, left winger. Martial, striker.
Right, but Greenwood. He's been playing all right, but he's still been bagging you goals.
Yeah, he's been bagging goals.
You don't need him
on an 18-year-old all the time on the right. Because who is it then?
In my opinion, give him that chance. Like he's 18, he looks really good. Like if Sancho comes in, that's bye Greenwood. He's not going to play.
I want to give him that chance. If say Rashford you put on Greenwood. Say Martial doesn't perform, you put on Greenwood. Sancho doesn't perform, you put on Greenwood.
But that's
a chance.
But the thing is,
in my personal opinion, you got to go back to Leicester, ask for a refund on Maguire, and get that money back, and then invest.
I think Arsenal should just get some decent players and stop finishing 8th.
He's laughable, Harry Maguire, though, isn't he? He's just laughable.
I mean,
I do think he's a decent player. I've said this before. I think if United were to win things, I could see Maguire in a team of United winning things. I do think he's good enough to do it, but
I just think we need a left-footed centre half.
All the stuff surrounding him, the way he runs.
What you needed was Gabriel.
No, we need Upamecano.
You needed Van Dijk. That's all you needed. But
my shout is David Alaba.
He will not leave Bayern Munich.
He was in contract.
I don't think he joined.
Still not signed a new contract, so maybe. But I don't think we're in for him because we've got a dumb ass fucking board and fucking Glazers out, and I'll be round Ed Woodward's fucking door come the end of the transfer window. So
we're not.
That's in a nutshell.
Wait, Upamecano's right-footed.
He's right-footed, but he plays on the left side of the defence.
Disclaimer: we do not condone Connor's actions. That's all on him.
Yeah, he's pretty deluded.
Yes.
I think we're all deluded, to be fair.
We're not.
Like, to be fair, I think I'm the opposite. I'm too negative of Liverpool.
All right.
I'm very.
We have one more team.
When it comes to the transfer, yeah.
Sorry, Pop.
City finishes second. No, it's like when Luke's very negative.
You just talk.
What needs to be said about Man City, though? It's Man City.
Oil.
They're finishing third.
You've brought in Ake, you've brought in Torres. Is Fernand Torres?
Yeah, Torres is a good player, but
looks like they could get Koulibaly as well.
They're going to win most games, and they're going to win most games 4-5-0 because that's how they play football. But
they're just a really good team, aren't they? There's not
they
a
are.
lot.
They are.
I've had them second.
I have them third, to be fair. I have them second.
Aguero's back from injury, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Having Aguero there, De Bruyne. It's just De Bruyne. Yeah, you have De Bruyne in your team, you're sorted. Well, that's all you need.
He is the best midfielder in world football. And when you have that, and you have Aguero on top.
Yeah. Do you think
goals?
Do you think they'll win the Champions League?
No. City will never win the Champions League. They don't have the mentality to do it. They just.
I reckon they'll reach the final like PSG did, but then just get out of it.
Nah. There's a better chance of them winning the treble, which is not the Champions League included.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'm gonna make a bold prediction. Right. I have a feeling Chelsea's gonna get to.
Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, mate. The only English team that's going to get to the Champions League final is us this year.
Connor, you've got Chelsea to win.
I'm actually kind of confident about us in the Champions League this year.
Mate,
I think we'll go for it.
I'm a bit deluded in that part, but, you know.
Yeah, we're deluded. We're going for that.
The last time Ollie was in the Champions League, it was like in Paris with all the kids just out of context.
Smashed by Barca, which then we beat Barca to win the Champions League.
Yeah.
And then Messi absolutely ripped Smalling apart.
We had Smalling and Jones as our centre half partnership against Lionel Messi.
Shaqiri, Mane, and Origi as our front three and beat Barca 4-0.
We didn't just beat them, we absolutely smashed them.
I remember that game.
Alright, we're going off topic with the Champions League now.
Yeah.
We'll wrap up with our predictions. The full predictions now.
Oh.
We've done Villa.
Yeah, one thing we've not talked about.
Yeah, we did.
Who do we think was going to win the FA Cup this year?
Arsenal just fucking marry the cup.
Yeah.
No, I don't think.
Chelsea.
I'd like to see us win the FA Cup.
I would like us to be there, but
I would love it.
We've looted United fan. United will win it. Just purely because what else have we got?
2012 was the last time we won a domestic cup. I'd love to see it.
Yeah.
I mean, Connor, the last time you got to the final stages, you know what happened?
Okay, so everyone's three teams that are going to get relegated. Luke, we'll start with you.
Burnley, West Ham, West Brom.
Connor?
I feel like, hang on, Liam, I think we should do it so if I say mine and then we can put it on the screen, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I've got Burnley, West Ham, West Brom to go down.
Yeah.
Then I've got top four, Chelsea winning the league, Liverpool second, Man City third, Man United or Arsenal, 50-50.
Come on, just say one.
And then fifth, the same, Man United or Arsenal, 50-50. And then Wolves and Leicester to get the other two Europa Leagues.
Fair.
Okay.
Connor?
Well, I'm going to go for Burnley, Fulham, West Brom to get relegated. And they're going top six of City, Chelsea, Liverpool, United, Spurs, and Everton to get that sixth. And then
Europa League.
Seventh, we're going Arsenal.
Right,
you absolutely love Arsenal, don't you, Connor?
Yeah, I fucking love
Absolutely love.
So I've got in my relegation, I've got Fulham, West Brom, Villa, and then the top seven for me, I'll go Europa League in that. So we got Everton and Wolves, Everton, Wolves, and United, Europa League spots, and then top four is we have Arsenal in fourth, Chelsea in third, City second, Liverpool winning the league.
Looks like we're going.
All right. Right, I've got Fulham, West Ham, and Brighton getting relegated. Top 6, I've got Europa League places: Wolves, Everton, United, Arsenal 4th, Chelsea 3rd, City 2nd, and Liverpool to win the league again.
All right, I have 3 things here. So I have top goal scorer, Golden Glove, and assist king. If you want to do that.
Aubameyang, Alisson, De Bruyne.
Sorry, I laughed.
Connor?
I'm gonna go Timo Werner, then I'll go Dino Henderson. And what was the last one?
Assist king.
Assist king. Bruno Fernandes. Fucking have it.
No chance.
Fair enough.
Absolutely deluded.
I'm gonna go.
I was surprised I didn't say Tony Martial was top goal scorer.
I'm gonna go top goal scorer Salah, Golden Glove Edison, and assist king De Bruyne.
Well, I'm Salah Golden Boot, Golden Glove Edison, and I think assist. It's got to be Trent, surely. Trent Alexander-Arnold.
I can't believe none of you have said KDB.
I did. I just did.
Yeah, you did.
I just did.
Oh yeah. My bad.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah.
Anyone who wants to close off the podcast?
Yeah, I'm
Arsenal's winning the league.
You're deluded. You're finishing mid-table, bro. You're finishing mid-table. You're not even having this season.
All right,
Nah, fuck off. Jose Mourinho got your number.
So that's been the Time Wasters podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed us rambling on about our football clubs.
Four goons.
We're not deluded, I swear.
Okay.
We are not. It's just Connor's a bit deluded,
isn't
isn't
our own opinions on the football clubs. We don't, we don't mean offence to your clubs who you support and all that.
And none of us are professionals.
We're not
I mean,
yeah, none of us.
We can agree.
Obviously,
we can agree on one thing: Spurs will always be shite.
So will Leeds.
And so will United. Goodbye.
So will Everton.